morning and praise the Lord. We have been going through the New Testament, and this week we have been looking at the book of Galatians. The book of Galatians is primarily about two key issues: the relationships between Christians, primarily Gentiles Christians, and the law of Moses. Paul was writing to the people of Galatia to tell them that they were not bound by this law, even though Jewish Christians were telling them so. Paul wrote this letter to magnify God's grace in salvation and to explain the freedom of God's people because of that grace, as we see in chapter 5 verse 1. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourself be burdened again by yoke of slavery. It opens with personal affirmation, chapter 1 and 2, as Paul explains how God delivered him from bondage through faith in Jesus Christ. Paul, the gospel was much more than a message he preached. It was a miracle he experienced. Verses 1 and 5 of chapter 1. The gospel is the power of God to salvation. He then gives a doctrinal explanation and shows the relationship between law and grace, chapter 3 and 4. He then closes with a practical application that tells us how to enjoy grace and freedom in our daily life, chapters 5 and 6. Christian freedom is the liberty to become all that we can in Jesus Christ, but it is not the license to do whatever we please. Christ did not free us to be our own. He freed us to be His and His alone. The Lord bless you.